Finally, after so long, right? In Mont Kiara Sri Hartamas area, finally we have a new launch in the market. This is not just a normal development, it actually embodies more than 4 different types of properties within the development itself. And on top of that, it's a freehold property. What if I tell you you can enter this property at a below market price? Let's find it out. Majestic Kiara. Okay, so what is all this development about? So the entire development is going to be about 4.8 acres in total. Okay, and then we have 4 different kind of properties type. First of all, we have the park homes. So what is park homes? Basically, you are living in a condo, but your car can be parked right in front of your house. And secondly, we have another type of property, which is a villa. So for villa itself, you can see from here, actually is sitting on top of the basement car park. So even from here, you're actually very much elevated from the ground, so you get a very nice view out from the unit itself. So for the villa, we have 2 different types, which are villa type A and type B. For the type A, it has been fully sold a long time ago. We launched it back in September 2025, and right now all the type A villa has been fully taken. And next up, we have the villa type B. At the back, we have 3 different rows. So for the villa type B itself, the size is about 3,800 square feet in total, 3 rooms and 4 bathrooms. Next up, we have the third property type, which is the Sky Villa. So it sounds a bit confusing, but basically it's just villa, but it's sitting right beneath the condo. So we have about 8 units of Sky Villa in total. So the size is also more or less the same as the one we have for the type B villa. And one of the specialty about this is that because you are built on the elevated ground, one of the highest one, so you actually get a very nice sea view on the living room itself. So these are some of the major selling points for this kind of villa itself that we have. So right at the back of the development, we have the condos. This is the last type. So for the condo itself, we have different kind of layouts, but it was at least 3 rooms, 2 bathrooms to start with. So I'll dive into the layout plan later on. And then after that, after talking for so long, where does it located? Let's take a look. So right now, where are we situated? So for those who are very familiar with Mont Kiara, this is where Mont Kiara is. You can see there's a lot of high rises. Garden International School is over there. Mont Kiara International School is over there. So we are just 1 road away into Mont Kiara. So this address itself is called Sri Hartamas, which is also a very rare gem or underrated locations whereby actually it has a lot of high profile, high net worth families who are actually living around this area. So around here you can see the typography of the properties over there are mostly landed properties. So at the front here, we have the Hartamas landed, and then we have the Kiara Hills, which are considered the Richmond area. And at the back, we have the Bumi Reserve, so-called the Malay Reserve landed bungalow as well. Alright. And for our properties, we are actually situated right next to SMK Sri Hartamas, which is one of the very prominent government schools right here in Hartamas. In this area itself, you can see there's not much of development. If you're looking for any new one, we are definitely the only one. What is nearby? What is the very famous landmark? So around here, you can see from here, this is actually Society, another very famous Airbnb concept hotel over here. For this area itself, this is where you can find a lot of famous Korean and Japanese restaurants owned by the Korean and Japanese. At the side, we have a highway. So from this Sri Hartamas area, right, going all the way to KLCC, the city centers, is going to take about 20 minutes with traffic. For those who have lived in Malaysia, you definitely know that traffic can get horrible at times. But even with traffic, that's how convenient we are in terms of our addresses. We are just 20 minutes away. And if let's say today you choose the condo, you're actually able to get an unblocked KLCC view, whereby you're able to see our 4 landmarks, our Twin Towers, KL Tower, PRI is also PMB 118, our latest landmark. Could I guarantee you that this particular view is going to be there forever? But what is going to happen is that looking at the landed typography that we have over here, unless a huge developer came in and buy over all the owners over here for their consent for redevelopment, and then they're building a new rise condo again. If not, I don't think the likelihood of it happening is very high. Today, one of the major selling points of this development is that we are actually situated right in the front of a forest reserve. So we can consider ourselves like a forest residence. So for this forest reserve, again, will it have any new development coming up? I couldn't guarantee you, but looking at how high the altitude is and also how difficult for them to build a structure on top of such a challenging ground, I don't think it's likely to happen. So for both sides, the views are very much preserved. Okay, so right now, let me bring you virtually on how this property is going to look like. Okay, so this is going to be the grand entrance. This is the main road. So you can see the main road itself actually is covered by a lot of greens because this is a pretty old mature addresses. It has been there for more than 60 years, alright? Okay, so this is actually the grand entrance. So coming in from the grand entrance, you have to go uphill on a slope land, and it actually brings you to the villa itself, first of all, right? So for the villa itself, you can see from here, we are actually about 4 stories in total, and you can park about 2 cars within the parking garage. So for the villa, actually it comes with 2+2 car park. So we have 2 car parks at the front of the house, and then we have another 2 car parks at the basement car park, right? So at the side of it, actually we do have a lot of lift lobby. So you can actually take the lift from the car park basement and actually go up to your unit itself, okay? And within the unit itself, I'll go into details later, we are going to have a private lift. So as you can see from here, it feels really like a landed typography over here, whereby you actually get a pretty decent spaces in between the unit itself. Of course, people might argue that, no, Michael, this is actually not a bungalows. Yes, we are not. We are actually a villa, a terrace villa. For here itself, let's say looking for any landed bungalows, right? No, I believe you guys know, the property actually spent across 7 to 8 millions at least. But right now, for this itself, later I'll review the price in the end. You are going to be very surprised at how much we are selling for this kind of properties. And then coming inside, as you can see, the distance between 2 sides, although you are facing towards the opposite unit, there's actually distance to it. So it's very spacious for you to park your car and also to bring your kids around, and they also have a sense of privacy as well. And for this development, it's a stratified development, so we do have a clubhouse. So first, on the ground floor of the clubhouse, we actually have a lounge for you to welcome your guests whenever they are waiting for you. And then it's actually different stories. So going down, we have the first level, which is going to a gym. So a gym is already built on an elevated ground, so you're going to have a very nice view out of the gym as well. Next up, we have a very nice swimming pool, half covered, half indoor and outdoor. So you can see over here, it gets the job done when it comes to the size itself, and that is very decently designed. And coming out, the lowest floor of the facility, we have a children's playground. And at the same time, it connects to a walking garden around the perimeters of the property. So because today we are trying to embody and embrace the fact that we are at the back of a forest reserve, so we are also trying to encompass that and bring in a lot of greeneries around the property itself. So that's about the townhouse. So as mentioned, the Type A villa has been fully sold. So right now, let's say looking for any villas, we can look into Type B villa. So the Type B villa, we do have a virtual showroom to actually show you how it's going to look like. So coming in from the garage, outside the garage we can park about 2 cars. So inside the first floor, coming in from the main door, we have our first floor. So on the first floor itself, nothing much. We have the private lift, the utilities room, plus another, we call it a guest room. Or you can also change it to a mage room as well. And we do come with a private lift. And coming in, the first stairs, it brings us to the first floor. Looking at the layout, it's very squarish. So actually, in terms of putting in the furniture, it's going to be very practical for you. For all the people out there, I do deal with a lot of foreigner clients as well. And very surprising that they're also quite particular on the shape of the layout itself. For squarish layout, actually, it's easier for them to dispose down in the future. In the first floor itself, after the ground floor, we have the kitchens, dining spaces, and also the living space. This is what we call the common area within a residence unit itself. Actually, it has a very streamlined feeling where if let's say today all the family members were together around at this floor, you can actually spend time watching TVs and cooking and also dining together with them. So this is where you can spend most of the time with your family members. And after the first floor, we do have another floor, which is the bedrooms. We have 2 bedrooms over here. So you can see from here, from the bedroom itself, it's very much decently sized, whereby you can put in the king size bed, a bedside tables, a working desk, TVs, walk-in wardrobes, and also it comes with an ensuite bathroom. And also it's the same thing for bedroom 1. Bedroom 1 is going to be slightly bigger, and also it's very squarish and also comes with an ensuite bathroom. After that, we have the finale. So at the highest floor, because we're trying to give the best view for the master of the property itself. So coming in, we have a very squarish bedroom as well. So also we're able to put in a king size bed. So it does come with a balcony. So today, let's say you are a smoker, definitely with this balcony, you're going to enjoy over here. If not, probably you can enjoy some wine together with your lovely wife. And within the master bedroom itself, we also have a study room. So this study room can also be converted as your mistress or walk-in wardrobe. If not, because for this particular development itself, why do we encompass a study room is because most of the owners are actually business owners. This is where executive decisions are being made, so they will need a space to think and to execute and to strategize their business plan. And of course, you are all the way at the 4th floor, so we do have a private lift to bring you up and down within the unit itself. So this kind of typography actually is very rare to come by around Mont Kiara and Sri Hartamas area. So the closest I can find actually is KH Villa right at the back of Sri Hartamas Shopping Gallery. So for this Sri Hartamas shopping center, right, actually is also the developer of this particular development, Mayland. So Mayland actually is a developer who are considered one of the pioneers actually entered Mont Kiara first back in the days. So for all people who are living around Mont Kiara and Sri Hartamas are no stranger to this developer. Okay, here so we have a skill model for a type B villa. So as you can see from here, the design language they are going for is a bit more modern Muji style, so it can stay timeless. So for another skill model, we have used transparent pan. So actually you get a better view of how it's going to look like from afar. So you get a better sense of the space. And one thing to highlight for this particular development itself is that because it's a landed development, so for water usage is very, very important. So over here, right, within a unit itself, each comes with at least 3 water tanks, 2 water tanks and 1 rain harvest tank. So if let's say, somehow in Malaysia, I guess water supply could be an issue, for whatever reason. So right now, with these 3 harvest tanks, you don't have to worry about your water usage for the rest of the days. So just now, I forgot to mention one thing, right? So for this development itself, each unit of the villa actually on top of the roof comes with a roof spaces. So this roof terrace space actually is for your design, where actually it can be a private garden, it can be a barbecue terrace, and also you can just put in some sofas so that you can enjoy your time over there together with your family. So you can see the way the developer designed this, right? They have already thought of all the lifestyle needs that all the people who are going to live here. So other than the villa type B, what is still available? So just like I mentioned, we have 4 different types of properties. So for the park homes, it has been fully sold. For the villa type A has been fully sold. So what's left? Actually, we have another 2 more types. We have this phase 2, which is our condo and also sky villa. So for the sky villa itself, it's pretty much the same concept as what I have presented for villa type B, just that we have actually 4 units. And one of the very differential things we have done for this sky villa is that your roof are actually covered. As you can see from here, on top of it actually is the condo, so we do have structure to cover. So one of the benefits you can get from here, whenever you go to the roof, even during afternoon time, you won't get very, very hot, so you actually shine away from the sun itself. And after that, we do have the condos. So the condos is less than 100 units in total, okay, and both sides have different kind of views. So for the most sought after unit itself, actually we have unit type A, which are facing towards the KLCC view. We do have a showroom ready. I'll show it to you later on. So within this development, actually it's considered a very, very short buildings whereby only 11 stories in total, as compared to most of the high rises around Mont Kiara, Sri Hartamas area, right? It's spanned across at least 25 floors. So these are considered like a low rise already. And on top of it, we also have our own clubhouse or facility floor. So we do have like lounges, gyms, infinity pool, and also your meeting room as well. Spanning across the condo itself, we also have different pocket spaces. So you do have like a pocket landscaping for you to actually chill around with your families. So after a long day of work, whenever you work from home, so this is actually where you can actually space out your mind and walk around to relax your mind. And at the back of it, all the way to the top of the development actually is the drop-off area for the condo itself. And bring it to the back, we only have 2 units that are facing towards the back, which is the Type D and Type D1. If let's say looking for any forest reserve view, this is actually the way to go. So at the back of it, actually we are built on a very high elevated ground. So at the back, you're only going to see an unblocked forest view. And of course, one of the very special things I need to mention about this condo is that we have a Type B layout where it's a corner unit at the side of the development, both sides. And this particular layout actually gets both view, whereby you're able to enjoy the forest view plus the unblocked KLCC view at the front. Now let's check out the showroom for Type A. This Type A actually is 1,496 square feet, 3 plus 1 rooms. So this is the only layout where it comes with a powder room as well. Okay, so coming in, actually what welcomes you is actually our very nice kitchen spaces. So although this is only a 1,500 square feet unit, right? Actually, you can see it's a very luxurious space of kitchen that we are providing, because for this particular development, we are focusing much more in own stay, so we know how important it is for all these kind of common spaces. So we are also able to fit in a 6-seater chairs over here. At the back, also we have a link up of common spaces. We have the living room. Of course, disclaimer, as nice as it gets over here, right? We only provide bare unit. So for bare unit itself, what we are providing is just the aircon and also some shower screen and shower door vanitary items within the bathroom itself. If not, other than that, it's going to be just all bare, because we are trying to give all the owners their own discretion, their own design to pour in, and this we are providing empty canvases for them. Okay, and this is actually a butterfly layout. So coming in at the left side of the unit, we have the master bedroom. So for the master bedroom, you can see it's very, very spacious. You can see the ceiling high, and also you can put in a king size bed here. And one thing to highlight is that for most of the condos, we only have balcony and living hall, spanning across to the master bedroom as well. Okay, so you can see the space is very spacious. So coming into the master bathroom, so whatever you see here is almost exactly what you'll be getting except the mirrors. So from here itself, we are providing a countertop for you already, and then we are giving Villeroy and Bosch, one of the very famous Europe brand, and shower screen and shower door. Even the instant water heaters are also provided to you as well. And right now, coming out from the master bedroom, let's go to the other side. So we have another 2 more bedrooms, you can check it out. And then we also have a common bathroom over here. So this common bathroom actually serves for the guests plus for the bathroom for the smaller rooms. So for this smallest room we have within this unit itself, we're also big enough for you to fit in a queen size bed, a wardrobe plus a working desk. So let's say today you have a small kid, this would be the right room for him. So lastly, we have another ensuite room over here. So if let's say you have a teenager, this would be the right room for him. And as you can see from here, it's a very luxurious space. We are not trying to put in too much stuff. So we are trying to embrace the space that we have over here. And it comes with an ensuite bathroom. So shower screen, the vanity top, the basins are all provided to you as well. Okay, so, and then one more thing to highlight regarding this unit layout is that there's something very special. Follow me. So beside the kitchen, we have a little surprise. Because what a lot of things dislike about condos is that they complain there's little space for them to put in their stuff. So we do have a utility room for you to put in all your golf clubs, your tennis racket. And if not, let's say you have a mate, it's also big enough for you to fit in a single bed over here, and then it comes with their own bathroom as well. And the way that we design this layout, you can see from here, outside of this so-called maid's room, we have the yard spaces. This is where you can put in all the washing machine. So there will be a very practical space for the maids to do most of their laundry. Guys, one very important thing I need to highlight is that other than own stay, we also have investment element to it, because who knows, once you stay in these properties and then after a few years you're moving out, you're moving back to your home country, what can you do about this property? Can we rent it out? So in this Mont Kiara Sri Hartamas area, one of the major target audiences we are looking at is definitely the expats market. And one of the major deal breaker when it comes to choosing the right unit for them to rent, right, is actually whether unit comes with a balcony or not. So for this unit itself, we're not just coming with a balcony, we're also coming with a very spacious balcony. So let's check it out. So looking at this balcony, the tile size we're looking at is about 3 feet wide. Even you choose the lowest possible floor, you're still able to get a very nice view because we are built on an elevated ground. So looking outside, you are actually able to enjoy a very nice KLCC view, especially during the night. This project is set to be complete in Q3 2029. Is this project worth buying? Let's look into the numbers. First of all, let's start with the villa. The villa starts from somewhere around 3.3 million. For you to live into this kind of experience whereby it's landed, gated and guarded with clubhouses, strata title, there's a lot of options in the market. However, the price is spending from 5 million to 10 million. Of course, you might argue that you can actually get 3,800 square feet for half a price for those sub-sales older properties. But let's not forget the fact, those property has been there for more than 20-30 years and has appreciated back in the days for 500,000, now at 1.5 million. It has triple fold. If let's say today you enter at 1.5 million, is there still any room for you to grow? And of course, looking at quantum itself, just now, you are buying this at 3.3 million as compared to some other properties are spending across 5 to 10 millions. Is 3 million slightly easier for you to exit because of the quantum? Let that sink in. Secondly, let's look into the condos. For the condos, let's anchor from price per square feet perspective. So for the type that I showed you just now, the price per square feet starts from somewhere around 900 ringgit. And the newest addition we have in the market for such premium condo is actually Solaris Park, nearby Publica area. So both actually enjoy the same amenities whereby both are driving distance to commercial area, driving distance to international schools, and also close by to highway for easy access. For Solaris Park actually starts from 1,200 ringgit per square feet. It also today, for a premium addresses like this in Hartamas, you are buying at a low dense area, but you are buying at 900 ringgit per square feet and you are enjoying the same amenities. Are you perhaps buying at a below market price? If you wish to find out more about the property price, the layout plan, and also the location, please PM me or leave a comment down below. I already leave my numbers down there. Please PM me or WhatsApp me directly. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. After a long day. 不行，不行，不行，不行。Even from here itself,